Welcome back to the Breakfast Show 2. Joining me this morning is Leslie Washington from Moms Demand Action, and she's here to talk about Gun Violence Survivor Week. Good morning, Leslie. Thank you so much for joining us. It's always a pleasure. So first, what exactly is Gun Violence Survivor Week?
Well, we take that time from February the 1st to February the 7th of 2023, and we honor with action the voices of survivors that have been impacted by gun violence and any other type of violence like domestic violence, any sort of trauma. So we take that time to amplify their voices by using like social media, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, Twitter, you know, all of the social media platforms and things of that nature to amplify the voices and to give them their support and letting them know that we stand by you and we will lift you up. We're not here to tear you down or anything like that.
Right. And so then are there any events going on in the area for this?
Well, I myself, as a student at SEMO, school, I am going to have like a time Wednesday afternoon, and where I can kind of like share my story and my personal experiences. And it'll be during the common hour in the University Center from like 12 to 12:30, somewhere in that time frame.
And so then tell me about the organization that you're involved with.
Well, Moms Demand Action and Everytown for Gun Safety, Moms Demand is a grassroots organization, and I've been involved with Moms Demand now for roughly about 7 to 8 years. And so we talk to legislators and we try to get those common sense gun laws passed and things like that, and just try to bring awareness to the you know, the crimes and the things that go on in senseless gun violence. And as we know, it doesn't just tear the families and the friends apart. It leaves an indelible impact on the community as a whole in which they live in. And you know, myself, I was personally impacted by gun violence as well. And then it's so important because so many different things have happened, you know, the different mass shootings and the different, you know, even I was just looking where there was a shooting in Jerusalem, you know, so just all the different things that happen in our community and happen around us globally and nationally. It's important to get that awareness out there and that education out there for others. You know, if they want to join, they can join. We don't, you know, make you join. You know, you don't have to join if you don't want to. You know, you don't have to, you know, and if you feel led to like share your story, you can. There's a website that we use called momentsthatsurvive.org. And so that is a site where that Moms Demand can, you know, where we can share our stories and, you know, take that time to amplify like the voices of survivors and stuff like that. So you can go on momentsthatsurvive.org, you can type in Missouri, and you can look up my story, because my story is on there, and look up other survivor stories, you know, and just amplify their voices. That's all that we ask. Just give them support, because when you're dealing with that sort of trauma, it leaves your mental state is not you know, is not good. You have PTSD, like the littlest thing can trigger you, gunshots can trigger you, firecrackers can trigger you. So it's just important that we lift survivors up.
Yeah, and this is such a group that people need if they've been affected by this. And you can be affected by this in so many different ways. So having something like this is just, it's so helpful. And so how can people help out an organization like your guys' organization if they would like to help out? Is there a good way to help out?
Well, they can go, anybody can go to momsdemandaction.org and everytownforgunsafety.org, and you can make donations. I mean, they have a site, I believe, that you can, if you would like to make a donation to Everytown, because it's just vital and it's just necessary, and it's just things that we need to discuss, we need to have these conversations, we need to have these interviews on a daily and regular basis, and these conversations, because gun violence, like I said, as we see, it's happening rampantly every single solitary day. It's always something that's happening. So it's very important that we get that knowledge out there, because it's just bad.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Leslie, thank you so much for joining us this morning and talking a little bit about this. If you would like to find more information, definitely head on over to our website. We'll be right back.